I would bring in this guest, but he didn't win me the Rich Eisen Show Fantasy League in its inaugural season. Chris, do you want to do the honors since he
Oh,
put you
yes,
into the
yes,
championship
yes.
circle? Chris, do you want to do that,
absolutely.
please?
Joining us now, a member of Genital Uppercut. You know him from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He is a fantasy football champion, none other than Bucky Irving.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Bucky Irving. See, Bucky, you're letting one of my friends and colleagues talk smack, which normally I don't like, but congratulations, Bucky. Bet you didn't think that was going to be the open to this conversation. I'm sure you've heard from a ton of people about fantasy football, right, Bucky?
Yeah, I mean, that's all I hear. They be like, "Oh, you carry my fantasy. You carry my fantasy." They be like, "I appreciate you." I be like, "Man, I'm just out there having fun with the game, dog."
Well, in terms of your ease with which it looks like you're playing, how has this game slowed down for you in a way, Bucky?
Oh yeah, I pretty much just saying like coming from the combine training, then going to rookie mini camp, then going to OTAs and training camp. It could be pretty long, but once you just put your head down and grind, then also being thrown in there in the preseason, once you first get to a level like you transferring from college, from high school going up to college, and then the NFL coming from college, and then it's just a big transition where the game pretty much start off pretty fast for you. But once you just take a deep breath and let it all just settle in and you tell yourself that it's football, things pretty much slow down for you and you just get to having fun with it.
Then that running back room is filled with guys that want the football and can do a lot with it. How is that adjustment? What was that like from the very beginning with Rashad White in there and the rest of the guys, Bucky?
I mean, I had came from a running back room where it was multiple guys that was being able to that was pretty good. So we always had that mentality that we're gonna play for one another, and when your number is called, you got to go out there and compete for your brother. So I think we still got that motto in this room where when your number is called, you just got to go out there and do your thing.
When did you realize that your role was going to get expanded? Was it verbally expressed to you, or you just started realizing you were in the game, getting the ball put in your gut by Baker Mayfield more and more?
No, I just pretty much, like I said, just go out there when my number is called. We pretty much got a rotation. Our coach do the rotation, but pretty much just being able to have them guys trust me with the ball in my hands, and when the ball in my hands, I just got to be able to make plays.
What does Baker say to you? Walk me through what it's like talking and communicating with your quarterback.
Or like a regular play, or just like communicating with him on a daily basis.
On a daily basis. Give me the daily basis.
Me and Baker has our relationship has grown over the time. Man, that's a guy, like I always say, I love him to death. We getting pretty close. Here I'll go over there and hang out with him, watch the games. But that's a guy that you want around, man. Full of energy. He want to win football games, and them the type of guys that I want to be around because I truly love the game and I don't take it for granted.
Well, what do you mean hanging out? Do you watch games? Is what you said? You go to his house?
Yeah, we watch games together, chill. I go over his house, have dinner with him. Yeah, we getting pretty close.
Okay. Do you bring something over, or you don't? That's you just show up. What's your game plan when you go to Baker?
We usually order off the DoorDash depending on how we're feeling.
What are you ordering? What? Walk me through. I'd love to know what it's like to go over to Baker Mayfield's house and order in the food and watch games.
Last night we had some milkshakes. I had an Oreo milkshake. It was pretty good.
My God, you're having Oreo milkshakes and having 1,000-yard rushing season? What the hell are you made of, Bucky? What the hell?
Man, you gotta throw some milkshakes in there from time to time. It's not an everyday thing, though.
That would put me on the shelf. That is for sure. So when you were watching last night, I mean, the Sunday night game, were you watching with him? The Sunday night game was pretty big for your team.
Yeah, we was all watching it. I was watching him. I mean, they had kicked that field goal, and I ended up walking out of the house, and then I realized that he had missed it, and I ran back in the house.
What? Say that again. Walk me through that again.
We was watching the game together.
Yeah.
We was watching the game together, and we was watching the field goal, and we pretty much thought that he nailed the field goal, so I ended up walking out of the house, and then we realized that he missed it, and I ran back into the house. You get what I'm saying?
I do. I know now. I get what you were saying. So, are you one of those superstitious guys? Are you superstitious? Is that what you're saying? You don't want to watch anything, or you feel like you're jinxing
Nah, I
something?
didn't. I wasn't really watching it until they was about to kick the field goal. Actually,
Okay, I see. And so now you guys have the destiny control back. You've got that back. What is the spirit around your team right now, knowing you're one home win away from a home game and a division title, Bucky?
our mindset is really just treating every game the same. We know it's a big game coming ahead, but as long as we just have a great week of practice, and then just go out there and execute on Sunday.
I got Bucky Irving here from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You are the first rookie in Tampa Bay history with 1,000 yards in a season since the great Doug Martin there in 2012, and you lead all rookies in rushing yards right now. What do you think of when you hear that, Bucky?
I mean, it's a blessing, man. I always give credit to them guys up front. They do a fantastic job every week, giving me great looks in practice, opening the holes for me. And when I trust my track, good things happen. But I give all credit to my O-line.
What were your goals coming into the season? What were they?
I'm not really a guy that set goals, man. I just want to be able to get on the field, take advantage of every opportunity that I get. And when I get my opportunity, I got to take advantage of it.
Okay. And so let me ask you this. Who are the people in your life that you lean on during the season? Like who's in the Bucky Irving circle here?
I pretty much it's pretty tight with my Uncle Jeff. He the one that introduced me to football. When I was 4 years old, he took me into the front yard and made me go against my cousin that was probably like 10 years older than me. Pretty much introduced me to the game, and I just leaned on him because I know he was there when they all started. So just being able to talk to him about ball, even when things are not going good, just being able to lean on him. And that's the guy that always been there for me whenever I needed him.
Is this in Chicago? Is this in Illinois? Your uncle?
Yeah,
You're talking
my
about?
uncle.
Okay. So you're saying Uncle Jeff? Did I get that right? That's who it is? Uncle Jeff? Okay. So Uncle Jeff takes 4-year-old Marquise. I don't know if you were Bucky yet. Were you Bucky yet? Or okay.
Yeah.
You were Bucky at age 4, you were Bucky?
Yeah.
Okay. So he takes a 4-year-old Bucky Irving and says, that's a 14-year-old, go beat him? Is that what you basically, is that what I'm to
No,
understand?
so we used to have like a big field in like the middle of like in the front of our house, and put me on this side, he put my cousin on this side, and we was both laying on the ground. They used to call it like Oklahoma. And then and we both got up, and then he made him like hit me hard to realize like, this, you sure this is what you want to do? And I was like, yeah, I mean, it was fun, but it kind of hurt it. But I had end up going back at him again when I got older, though.
Well, I mean, so that has helped you make you the Bucky Irving that you currently are, huh?
Yeah,
Right?
after that, I wasn't scared to go against nobody else after that.
I imagine so. So a linebacker coming across the middle of the National Football League, it's nothing when you're going up against a 14-year-old cousin, his age 4, Bucky Irving, in an Oklahoma drill. That is unbelievable, Bucky. So in the few minutes I have left with you here, how did you get to Oregon? You went from Minnesota to Oregon, right? That's correct?
Yeah, so I had entered the transfer portal in 2021.
Right.
I was originally about to go to USC. I had took a visit up to USC, and then Coach Lannon had called me, but I didn't tell him I was up at USC because, like, I didn't want him to know I was up there. But somebody had took a picture of me and sent it to him, showing him that I was up at USC. And then he had called me and was like, yo, we got to get you up out of LA. And then I was about to go visit Tennessee, Washington, and then Oregon. So Oregon was going to be my last visit, but they had ended up finding out I was at USC and then moved my visit up to the next week after I left USC. And then I went on a visit to Oregon. And then when I got there, it was just like the people, it was like, it felt like home, and it was like a no-brainer, and I just committed on the spot.
On the spot. Did you ever meet with Phil Knight? You ever meet him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I met Phil Knight.
Okay. What's that like meeting with Phil Knight, Bucky?
I mean, it was great. I mean, I used to always see him like just around the Nike things and things like that, but just being able to put an eyes with a face and being able to meet him, it was a pleasure.
You gonna win the Rose Bowl tomorrow, Bucky? Is that what's gonna happen? What's happening
Yeah,
tomorrow,
man,
Bucky?
them Ducks coming to play, man. I don't want to talk too soon though. We just gonna go out there and play hard-nosed Oregon football.
You know I'm a Michigan guy, right, Bucky? I'm a
Yeah.
Michigan Wolverine. So,
I
so
know. I see
tomorrow?
you over there cheering for him.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
know you
Bucky,
don't like
tomorrow.
Ohio State, so you must be a
Oh,
Oregon guy tomorrow.
what do I need to do? Bring me up to speed. How do I root for Oregon? What do I need to do? Do I need to quack? What do I have to do? Do I have to wear green? Walk me through tomorrow, Bucky. How do I
Nah, you
help
don't gotta
you?
do none of that, man. You just gotta sit back and watch a great game of football. They're gonna get the job done, I promise you.
How? Tell me about the quarterback. What makes him so good?
Dylan
What do you
Gabriel.
think? Yeah, yeah. What do you think about him?
Uh, I mean, that's a guy that came in and had to fill some big shoes from Bo Nix leaving.
Yep.
But that's a guy that's been able to get it done with his legs, been able to run, been able to throw the ball down the field to his dynamic receivers that he got. You got Evan Stewart, Trayshawn, Tez Johnson, Gary. I
Okay.
mean, he got a lot of playmakers. He got his great offensive line that I had last year. Them guys. I mean, they got it all around, man. They just got to keep their head down, don't get satisfied, don't get comfortable, and keep their foot on the gas.
And I'm sure you're not surprised at how well Bo Nix is playing for the Broncos, right, Bucky? I
Nah,
imagine.
it was no surprise.
What? Tell me about him. What makes him tick? What makes him so good, Bucky?
I mean, that's a smart guy. Smart guy. That's a guy that loves football also, and that's a guy that want to win games. And like I said, them the type of guys that I love to have in my circle because they truly care about the game, and them guys that I'll go to war with any day of the week.
Okay, I'm rooting for you tomorrow, big time. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm a spiteful man. Even though Michigan's beaten Ohio State 4 straight times, I'd like to see you happy, Bucky. Certainly, since you were kind enough to zoom into this show and tell some great stories for me and for all of my viewers and listeners, I appreciate it. Tell Baker I said hello.
I will.
Then I send my best. And I guess are you going to hang out Saturday night before the game, watch some of those games, or when's the next hangout with Baker? Is that on the books yet?
Uh, yeah,
What do you think?
I'll probably go over his house Saturday and hang out with him.
Okay. Did you let me bring something for the kid, bring something for the little baby. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that just, I don't know what it is. Just fun, just a couple bucks, just a couple
yeah,
Bucky Irving
I
bucks.
got you.
Bring something for the baby. You know what I mean? Like certainly if
Yeah.
I assume he's picking up the food, right? Right?
Yeah, it,
Baker.
it depends. Like I told you, we usually order out and have the food delivered. So
I love it. Bucky, you take care of yourself, man. Thanks for the time. Great to meet you, and good luck against the Saints and beyond if you are so
all right,
fortunate.
thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
You got it. That is Bucky Irving, everybody, right here on the Rich Eisen Show.
Yes,
Love
sir. Love that dude.
chatting with rookies.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.